Guys, let me go straight to the point. To begin my bunny, these are the most important equipments that I'll be using. So the first thing is my scissors to cut my yarn, and the second thing is my stitch marker. The stitch marker is not much very much important there, but you can just use the stitch marker so that you can follow your stitches. Then the next thing is my crochet hook, then my tape, elastic. This elastic, guys, I'll be using it for the end of my bunny. When I finish crocheting my bunny, I'll put it on the ends so that when they start wearing it, it will not easily get expand. Sometimes with the yarn, you make when you crochet a bunny, when you start wearing it, within a time it will get expanded. So my yarn, so this is the yarn that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Mac Bonbon, and it's 100 gram. So you can use any mark as you want, and this is a nice mark because you can wash it inside the machine. And the other yarns, sometimes you cannot wash them inside the machine. So I'm going to be using my crochet hook number 3 to do my bunny. So guys, I'll begin. So guys, to begin the work, I'm going to take my yarn. So this is my yarn, so I'm going to put it around my hand, and I will put it like this as if I'm tying. So I pass my hook in, and this side you can always leave it longer, because when I finish doing my entire work, I'll use my needle to stitch this inside so that it cannot get loose easily. So I take my yarn in and I make 3 chain, then I start crocheting my double crochets. So on my first row, guys, I'm going to crochet 12 double crochets inside this hole. So here I go, I'm having my 12 stitches. So after I finish with the 12 stitches, I pull the yarn like that for it to get close. Then I will make a slim stitch. I close with a slim stitch here, guys. So that's my first row with 12 double stitches. So I'll move next to my second row. On the second row, I'm going to be crocheting these stitches. So on this second row that I'll be crocheting, I'm going to add 3 more V stitch as I will go. So I'll start like this. So I put in the same hole. So I make a chain, because this bunny is for the hot season, so it don't need to be too tight. I make a chain and I crochet back to the hole, a chain, next hole, I skip one hole, then to the next hole I make double stitch, a chain, back to the same hole. That's a V stitch, a chain, I skip one, next hole, V stitch. So I make a chain and I skip the one hole to the next. I crochet like this, chain, next hole, double stitch, chain, back to the same hole, another double stitch and I make a chain. So to the next row I crochet chain and back to the same hole, and then I make a chain. So right now I'm going to close my work with a slim stitch. So guys, so this is my first row. So my first row I'm having 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I'm having 7 V stitches on my first row. So I move next to the my second row of the V stitches, guys. So I am going to make 3 chain, then back to this hole, double crochet. So that's my first. So on this second row of the V stitches I'm going to add 3 extra V stitches. So I start from here. Sorry, I make a stitch, then I come here on this hole, I make a double crochet, then a chain, back to the same hole, I make another double stitch, so a chain. So next, instead of me putting it here, I'll put it just beside on this hole. So this is my first +1 V stitch that I'm making. So chain. So to the next, my next V stitch will be on top of this stitch directly. So I'm doing these increases here, guys, because I want this top, the top should be flat, it should not start going down. So that's why you see that I'm going to do the additional 3 V stitches in between, instead of going with 7 V stitches around like I've done with the first row. I'm going to crochet 10 V stitches on my second row with the V. So the next, I've put this one, so the next V stitch I'm going to put it here. So this is my second addition. So I go here, then next here, so I'm going to do my third addition here, my third addition of my V stitch. So this is my last stitch, V stitch here, then I'll close with a slim stitch. So you can see. So this is my second row that I've crocheted. So right now I'm moving to the next row. So this is my third row of my V stitches. So this is the first row, the second, so this is the third row. So on this third row, guys, I'm going to increase 5 more V stitches. So I start from here, I do my first V stitch, then here, my second V stitch, then here I'm going to do my additional, my first additional V stitch, then here the next V stitch, on top of this place the next V stitch, So here the next V-stitch, then here I'll do my second additional V-stitch, then on top of this V-stitch I do my V-stitch, so this is my third additional V-stitch here. So my fourth additional V-stitch on this hole, so it's one more left for me to add. So my fifth additional V-stitch here, guys, and that's all for this my third row of the V-stitch. So I close my work now with a slim stitch. So you can see, so here is my third row. So I'm going to be moving next to the fourth row with my V-stitches. So here, guys, on my fifth row I'm going to do additional 5 V-stitches as well as I'm going to be crocheting. So I start from here, I put my first V-stitch here, I make my chain. So my first additional V-stitch, I'm going to do it just close here. So I continue with my normal work. The next V-stitch, I put it directly on top of this stitch. So the next V-stitch on top of the next stitch. So the next V-stitch here. So here I'm going to do my second additional V-stitch. So each time when I'm doing my additional, guys, instead of putting it directly on top of the stitch, I put it in between the two V-stitch. Like this one, you see it's directly on top of this stitch, so my additional one is in between here, so the next stitch will be directly on top of the other stitch. So that's how I do my additions, and it's very easy. So my V-stitch, another V-stitch on top of. So the next, this the third V-stitch, I'm going to add it here. So when you are doing the top of your bunny, guys, you have to make it as flat as you want. If you want it to be too big, you make it to be bigger. The flat top should be bigger, but if you want it to be just a normal size, you make it smaller. So this one that I'm going to be making, it's going to be a moderate size, so it's going to be a little bit bigger because it's for someone that's half rasta. So I continue going. So this is my fourth V stitch that I've added there. So I crochet here. So my last V stitch that I'm going to be adding, I'm going to add here. So I'll add here, then I'll close my work. Sorry, not done the chain, then back to the same hole, then I close my work, guys. Whenever you're closing your work, you always have to make a slim stitch. So that's how I'm progressing, as you can see my progress. So the next row that I'm going to be going, guys, is the 6th row with the V stitches. So on the 6th row, guys, I'm still going to add more 5 V crochets. So I'll add more 5 V crochets here. So on this row, guys, I'm going to add more 5 V stitches, crochet stitches. So I start, so I do my first addition just beside here, then I move next. So I'm going to continue like this, guys. Each row I'm doing plus 5 till I'm having 14 centimeters. See, I have 14 centimeters. Then from 14 centimeters I'll continue without doing any additional stitches, and the hat and the bunny will start going down. So from here I'm just going to continue like this till I'm having 14 centimeters. I'll continue like that till I have 14 centimeters. For example, now I'm having 6 centimeters. So when I'll be having 14 centimeters here, I'll continue crocheting now without any additional stitches, and I'll be going down. So as I continue like this, each row I'm going to be adding plus 5 stitches with the same V stitches till I'm having 14 centimeters. So see you all on the other end, guys. Remember, in all the rows that I'm going to crochet next, I'm going to be adding plus 5 crochet V stitch, plus 5 crochet V stitch until I'm having 14 centimeters. So guys, I'm almost here. So right now I'm having my 14 centimeters. So I close my work and I take, so you can see I'm having a big circle now. So if you are crocheting yours, guys, it all depends on the size that you want to crochet. If you want it to be smaller, you can make your circle smaller. Me, I'm doing this type like that, so that someone that is having rasta will wear it and it will just be perfect with the person. So I'm having 14 centimeters. So from 14 centimeters, the next row that I'm going to be crocheting on top of it here, I'm not going to do any addition anymore. Note it. You have to note this very well. From my first row of my V-stitches to 14 centimeters, I've been doing, each row I've done 5 additional V-stitch each row until I arrive here. So right now that I'm here, the next row that I'm going to be crocheting here, guys, I'm going to crochet all around without any addition. I'll be crocheting all around now without doing any addition from now till I go to the end of my work. I'm not going to do any addition anymore. So the purpose of my addition was for me to have this circle top, the flat top that is like a circle. So I keep on going, guys. So I'll crochet all around now with my V stitches without any addition. So see you all on the other end, guys. Because from here I don't want to be taking much of your time anymore. So I'm almost here, guys. So I close my work. So this is a first row after my 14 centimeters. I've crocheted all around without any addition. So I'm moving to the next row and I'm still going to do the same thing. So this row, crocheting all around again without any addition. So see you all on the other end, guys. So I continue going, guys. So this is my second row after the 14 centimeters of no additional stitch. So I'm almost getting closer to this other end here. So here I go. I make my slim stitch here and I start again my 3 chain, then double stitch. I start going around again. So this is the third row. I'm going to go around again without any addition. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, I keep on going. So guys, from here now I'm going to add again more 4 rows, then I'll be working on the elastic coat. So when I work on the elastic coat, I'll show you how I'll attach my elastic. So from this stage I'm going to increase more 4 rows, then I'll be working on the elastic coat, guys. So see you all on the other end. So here, let me use my stitch marker so that I'll be seeing as I'm going with the next rows. So that's the use of the stitch marker that I'm going to use on this hat, because it was not so much necessary for me. So from here I only have to mark it here, so that when I add more 3 rows, it is going to make 4. Then I'll be working on the elastic coat. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, right now I'm here. I've already crocheted 3 rows, so this the 4th row that I'm crocheting now. So when I arrive on the point there, I'm going to tell you what next that I'll be doing. So as you can see, I've crocheted all through just with my V stitches, and I'm going to make a slim stitch here. So you see, for my stitch marker, you count 1 2 3 4. I'm having 4 rows from the stitch marker. Then when I started, before I put the stitch marker, I already had 3 normal rows that I crocheted without addition. So the 4 plus the 3, it's making it 7 complete rows after the 14 centimeters that I've crocheted without any increase. So from here now, guys, I'm going to be working on the elastic coat. So to work on my elastic coat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crochet from this stage now with single stitches. So I'm going to crochet on my first row with single stitches. So you see here, I put a single stitch, then the next here. So on top of my double crochets, I'm putting single stitches, and where there's a chain, I'm not putting any single stitch. So when I put 1 here on this other section, I put 1. So I come here, I don't put here, I come here, I put 1, then on the other way I put another 1 single stitch, 1 1. So I'm going to put the single stitches all around. I'll crochet all around on this row with single stitch, guys. So see you all on the other end as I go around with the single stitches. So guys, I'm here. I'm almost on this other position here, guys. So this is the section where I begin with my single stitches. So right now I'm there. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to crochet a chain. So the first row of my elastic coat, I crocheted single stitches all around. So right now I'll make a chain of 3, then I'll start crocheting double stitches all around. So this my elastic coat that I'm forming, and my elastic coat, I'm just going to work on it twice. When I work on this first double crochet, the second that I'll be crocheting the front and the back, that will be all. After that, I'll put my elastic. So I'm going to crochet all around with double crochets. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I continue going with my double crochet. So I put my last double stitch, then I'm going to close with a slim stitch. So this is my first row where I'm going to be working with my elastic coat. So on the very first row, I begin with a single stitch. So the second row, double stitch. So now this will be the third. This row now I'm going to work on the front. I'll be working the front and the back. So when I put 2 loops and I take my crochet and I put it behind like this, then I crochet, double crochet. I do the same in front, then behind, in front. So when I crochet in front like this, guys, the next I'll crochet but behind. So this is forming elastic coat. You can see the next, so I continue going like this until I'm going to crochet back to this stage, guys, crocheting all front and the back, front and the back. So I keep on going, guys. So see you all on the other end. So guys, I'm almost on this end now, crocheting the front and the back. So here is my last stitch, then I'm going to make a slim stitch always. So that's the first row. That's how I've crocheted my elastic coat, and this is it for now. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on the elastic. So the elastic, guys, I'm going to be using 44 centimeters. So here I'm going to use 44 centimeters elastic. So here is my tape. Yeah, so here I'll cut here. That's 44 centimeters. So one next, I put the elastic into two like this. When you're putting it, you make sure it's having a little bit of space in front like that. Then I'm going to use my needle and the thread to sew it, to sew the two parts together. So I'm going to sew it very well. These two attachments, guys, I'll sew the parts very well. From here, I'll sew it like this, from here to here, then upward. But I'll make sure I'll sew it very well, because if you don't sew your elastic very well and you do the crochet with it, when you start wearing your bunny, it can get undo, and that will be all about it. So whenever you are sewing it, you make sure you sew it very well, so it can last as long as possible. So this elastic, guys, I've sewed it all around. So now I'm going to crochet it in here. So to crochet it, I'll start like this. So I'm going to crochet it inside all around. So guys, this my elastic that I'm putting is to enable my bunny not to get enlarged when they start wearing it within a short period. It's going to help for a very long while, that these ends, they will not get open. So I'm going to crochet it in like this all around, guys. Just have to make sure you crochet the elastic well, as you guys are seeing. As I'm crocheting, the elastic is going inside, it's closing. So I put, it's half stitches that I'm using to close the elastic. One loop, back down, so I'm going to do this all around, guys. See you all on the other end. So guys, right now I'm almost going to the end of my elastic cord, and that's the elastic that I'm closing inside. So I've been working all through with half stitches. See, I'm getting here. So let me close well here my last stitch. Then I'm going to make a slim stitch on top like this, so you can see. Then one here just to close that hole. Then I cut, guys. So I'm going to cut the yarn now. Cut it from here. So I'll use my needle. Use my needle and I'll sew the yarn inside like this. So here I go. Then I'm going to cut. So this is my final bunny. I'm going to wear it on top of the head of the mannequin, guys, and you all will see how beautiful it looks. You can see how beautiful my bunny looks like, guys. So this is it that I've wear on top of the mannequin. So guys, you have seen. So this is the end result of my bunny. So if you have watched up to this stage, guys, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching.